What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports Take. It's brought to you by MyHotTub.com and Carvel of North Syracuse. The Yankees moved to 27-9 on the season in the first 36 games with another win last night. This one 5-4 over the Orioles, and this was kind of a grind for the Yankees. I mean, this was a kind of a back and forth affair. They led 2-1 after 3. They went down 3-2 after 4. They tied it up in the 5th, and then get a run in the 6th, run in the 7th, and again, it's the Aaron Judge show right now. I mean, he's just absolutely knocking out of the park, literally, figuratively. He had 4 hits last night, 3 RBI. Obviously, he homered, twice in this game. And, the rest of the offense, you have little bits and pieces of guys, sort of getting hot and doing great things, like Josh Donaldson, like Gleyber Torres. Averages, 246, 250. They're not quite up to, the 300 level yet, but they're starting to really come around. And then the averages are pretty solid still of DJ LeMahieu, a little down, 262. He's come back a little bit. Had a hit last night and an RBI. Stanton at 288, Kiner Falefa at 271. So some of those averages are popping up a little bit. We know this team can score a ton of runs. And again, you look at this team, and it's really, to me, I mean, pitching, defense, all the stuff mixed in. The bullpen's great. Michael King was unbelievable last night. He pitched 3 innings, and he had 6 strikeouts. Chapman was shaky as usual. Look, pitching, hitting for power and contact, stealing bases, hit and run, all the things that are mixed in. When you're doing everything really well, you're winning a lot of games, and that's what's really caused the Yankees, to have a mark at 27-9 and lead the AL East, best mark in baseball also. But here's the big thing above everything: health, health, health. Josh Donaldson is a guy who, the Yankees got in that trade with the Twins, and he's 36 years old, and if he didn't have the injury history, we wouldn't try to bury him, would we? I mean, at 36, you still are like, oh, he's probably a guy, he could have a couple of solid years left, right? He's a former MVP, but he has so much history with the injuries that you just didn't really know what was going to happen. So far, so good, and he's not only playing really solid baseball at the plate. Remember that opening day, walk-off hit against Boston? He's been great in the field, and that's the other thing. The Yankee defense at the corners, Donaldson and Rizzo, Kiner Falefa up the middle, Gleyber back at his natural position. This was part of Brian Cashman's plan. The outfielders have been playing great defense as well. Joey Gallo might not be able to hit a lick, and he's super streaky, but he's a pretty good outfielder. Aaron Judge can play right and play center and play it both very, very well. The catching is way, way better without Gary Sanchez in terms of Higashioka, Trevino, and company. So far, so good, but it was, again, last night, it was a grinded-out win in Baltimore. You're going to have those. Yankees play 23 games in 22 days. There is no sport that does this, and the Yankees are rolling here as we enter the back end of May. Mike Lindsley with you, an ML Sports Take, brought to you by Stanley Law Offices, Welch & Company Jewelers, and the Vince Aguirre Consulting Group. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and download and subscribe to my podcast. It's called the ML Sports Platter. Past guests include Eric Wood, Baseball Hall of Famers, you name it. Make sure you go download, subscribe, leave feedback, and a 5-star review. Tons of baseball content, tons of Yankee content as well. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.